A time traveler has arrived in Skibidi. Today I'll show and explain to you all the secrets hidden in the new episode 15 of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse that you might have missed. This series takes place in a parallel universe to the Boom's original Skibidi Toilet series. But this one is created by Dumb Studio. It represents another timeline where we see what would have happened if Drillman or Clockman had arrived, as well as a Drill Titan and Clock Titan. However, the latter has been injured and is practically dead, and its army is searching for ways to revive it. Additionally, a time traveler has entered the series. In this video, I'll explain what all this means and all the hidden secrets. So if you want to know about all this and more, stay until the end of the video. If you enjoy this type of content, I invite you to leave a like and subscribe to bring you more content like this. A time traveler arrives in the multiverse. In the new episode 15 of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse, at the beginning, we saw the POV cameraman peeking out from a car he was hiding behind due to being in a major war against the Skibidi toilets. He managed to spot many Skibidis, among whom was one wielding 2 light machine guns shooting at a cameraman. One cameraman had the idea to lie on the ground so the bullets wouldn't hit him, letting the Skibidi pass over him. As it seemed that this Skibidi couldn't aim downward, there was another Skibidi with long legs, one with a TV and antenna, and many others, including a flying one in the background. They were fighting on a bridge with destroyed vehicles everywhere. The POV cameraman witnessed his cameraman companion peeking out a bit and receiving a spear through his head, killing him instantly. At that moment, another cameraman was advancing toward the war. The POV cameraman turned to see 3 Skibidi toilets coming toward him. One had a kind of tower on top of its toilet. Meanwhile, on the left, a cameraman was climbing the bridge as he almost seemed to fall. On the right, there was a cameraman who had just been shot dead. These 3 Skibidis were about to kill the POV cameraman, but suddenly the armored drill man arrived to save him by rolling like a ball. This drill man told the POV cameraman that they are looking for him back there and he should go. The drill man rolled forward to kill more Skibidis. However, a cameraman had to dodge him, otherwise he'd be crushed too. We could see the cameraman who had laid down a while ago for some reason stood up and was shot by the Skibidi toilet, resulting in his death. Another backup cameraman arrived with his weapon. The POV cameraman decided to heed the drill man's advice, so sadly he had to pull the spear out of his companion's head. Running forward, he witnessed a mutant Skibidi with a shotgun killing a cameraman on the ground and then shooting another cameraman near a fire. He just made a double kill, and the POV cameraman threw the spear in his hand directly at an explosive Skibidi toilet, causing it to explode. That's how those 2 Skibidis died, avenging their 2 cameraman companions who were just killed. The POV cameraman took cover from the explosion behind a vehicle, and suddenly the car was lifted and thrown to the side due to the mutant Skibidi, which had survived the explosion. However, it had part of its head destroyed, lost an arm, and was injured in its body. The POV cameraman was unarmed with no options left, and suddenly the mutant Skibidi fell due to receiving major damage from the explosion. Its last effort was to move that vehicle, but now it had died. The POV cameraman quickly got up and a ray passed very close to him, one of the paralyzing rays that cameramen shoot. He kept moving until he reached where a circular source Skibidi was, and since he was behind it, he managed to lower the valve without a problem. Then he threw this valve at another Skibidi to knock it out a bit and jump towards it to also lower its valve. However, someone was behind him, the mutant Skibidi from earlier, who hadn't actually died yet. It had gotten up again and lifted the POV cameraman while the other cameramen and drill men continued firing their weapons at the Skibidi. This mutant Skibidi threw the POV cameraman towards a bus parked on the bridge, and then it lifted the bus to throw it off the bridge. The POV cameraman started rolling backward, and in the sky he managed to see some sort of flying ship, but that didn't matter. He had to quickly get up and get out of this bus before being crushed in the abyss. In the final moment, he managed to get out and leap onto the bridge, thus saving himself and getting up. He saw some Skibidi toilets fighting against the cameraman, and there was a cameraman with a first aid kit in hand running in the opposite direction, obviously in a hurry to save a brother. The mutant Skibidi was not seen again, so it's assumed it was defeated by all the rays fired by the cameraman. The POV cameraman hurried to go in the direction the armored drill man had told him to. When here he saw on his left another drill man, on his right a cameraman, and in front of him more cameramen and drill men, and there was a cameraman who had an injured foot walking with a limp. When he was about to reach their trenches, underground, a drill skibidi appeared, but someone shot nails at it from the side, distracting it, and a cameraman jumped from a building and landed on the skibidi, lowering its valve and thus finishing it off. The POV cameraman was just saved by that cameraman and by the drill man who was firing the nails, but suddenly what had been seen flying in the sky seemed to be this flying skibidi with rocket launchers that arrived here and was about to kill the POV cameraman. However, another flying skibidi crashed into it and both exploded in the air. It was the head of the TV woman controlling that skibidi to crash into it. Do you know how it happened in episode 66 of the original Da Fuk Boom series? The TV woman arrived at the right moment to save the POV cameraman, and on either side we could see different cameramen and drill men. The speaker woman was also talking to the brave cameraman. Even the glitched skibidi vehicle was parked behind them. The brave cameraman showed a message that had come to his tablet to the speaker woman, and we also saw an LT cameraman, that person in white clothes with red gloves, seemingly looking through a telescope. Behind the TV woman was a TV man with the sexy Roblox face, and at that moment the TV woman teleported to continue fighting in the war perhaps. The POV cameraman continued forward and saw another drill man, the limping cameraman, unreached where the chief and cloak were, and the drill man, and on the side there was an ambulance with a cameraman taking care of another cameraman on a stretcher. Apparently the POV cameraman's mission was to take this tablet to the clock chief to show him what's happening with the titans. This tablet shows us the names of all the titans, and right now they are unavailable. The camera and speaker titans are receiving upgrades while the clock and drill titans are being repaired, and the TV titan is on a secret mission. In this universe there are a total of 5 titans belonging to this alliance. However, none of them are available right now, so they are in serious trouble as there are many skibidi toilets fighting fiercely on this bridge. He showed his tablet to the clock chief and suddenly everyone turned to look, because in the sky there were strange symbols in the shape of clocks. They began spinning very mysteriously. No one understood what was happening. All the skibidi toilets, cameramen and drill men stopped to observe this strange event. Everything began to shake, and suddenly in the midst of it all a giant machine appeared with many clocks and being controlled by someone from inside. This strange clock machine had appeared out of nowhere, as if it had teleported from somewhere else to here, or perhaps from another time, and with one of its legs this machine crushed a skibidi toilet. After this, a hatch opened on this machine, and inside was a mysterious CLOCKMAN, very similar to the tall CLOCKMAN. That's the one we've seen in previous episodes with a hat. But this CLOCKMAN here was modified with metal and gold parts on his hands, knees and shoulders. The belt was different and the head too. However, the tie was exactly the same, and so was his suit. He had clocks on each face of his head, and he started spinning very fast until he activated a powerful ability that emitted yellow rays from him. He could manipulate time at his will around himself. He managed to pause all the skibidi toilets here and then disappeared. This power is very similar to that of the tall CLOCKMAN, who also did this to freeze time, but for a very short limited period. This CLOCKMAN just disappeared with his machine. Most likely it was the same tall CLOCKMAN we know, but coming from the future. A future where they managed to create a time machine to go back in time, and that time machine is the one that appeared a few moments ago and killed that skibidi toilet. This tall CLOCKMAN from the future is more powerful than the present one, and that's why he came to help in this bridge war. He froze everyone and traveled back in time again to some other point in history to continue aiding in the war. However, everyone else didn't understand what was happening. The cloak chief and the drill man looked back at the tall CLOCKMAN, wondering how what just happened could be possible, but the tall CLOCKMAN didn't understand what was happening either. But undoubtedly it's the very same tall CLOCKMAN, but from the future. A time traveler has just come to the past to save himself and his companions. In the future, the tall CLOCKMAN will manage to discover how to create this time machine and become a much more powerful being, to the extent that he managed to defeat all the skibidi toilets in this area and pose them. Unlike the tall CLOCKMAN of the present, the last time he tried to use this power he couldn't, and this is how episode number 15 ends. The cameraman, CLOCKMAN and Drillman have just won this battle on the bridge. We don't know what will happen next, nor do we know the secret mission the TV Titan is on. But what we do know is that both the Clock Titan and the Drill Titan are being upgraded and haven't completely perished. The camera and speaker Titans will return soon, enhanced, and together all 5 Titans must finally put an end to the evil, the skibidi toilets. If if there was at least one secret in this video that you didn't know about Skibidi Toilet, I challenge you to like the video right now and subscribe and hit the bell to be one of the first to see all of this. I am Jorge Isaac 115. See you in the next video, friends. Greetings to everyone and goodbye.